Brad, I'll turn it over to you. Who are your top three hires this offseason?
Yeah, Nate. So my top three hires, and these are I guess they are in a specific order. This was an interesting off season for hires. We saw a few big time jobs come open, but there was a lot of those mid tier jobs come open, which was interesting. So my number three, I'm going to start off with Mississippi State new head coach. Jeff Lebby coming over from Oklahoma. Coach Lebby is a guy that I really, really like. He has seen success everywhere he's been. Was offensive coordinator at UCF, Ole Miss, and then the last couple of years transitioned to Oklahoma. Runs a high-powered offense. They're balanced, but you can count on his quarterbacks always putting up good numbers. And I think the transition to Mississippi State's an interesting one. Of course, Mississippi State has had a really, really rough with the very, very sad passing of Mike Leach. They decided to turn over to Zach Arnett. And I really, really thought a good decision to go ahead and transition. Not to say Zach Arnett is not a good coach, but I think for Mississippi State, they need an offensive-minded head coach in there. We've seen when Mississippi State has been successful, it's with those offensive-minded guys. And I think Jeff Lebby really, really fits that well. At Mississippi State there in Starkville, look, it's tough to recruit there. You've got to rely on the transfer portal, and you've got to rely on JUCO guys. And I think Jeff Lebby is going to find his niche there. And I think he'll be able to find some guys that are flying under the radar in the high school ranks as well. I think, with his high-powered offense, I think he's going to keep things interesting. The biggest question mark for me is, that defensive staff, and can he get some athletes and some players on the defensive side of the football? But I think Jeff Lebby is a good fit. And look, Mississippi State's a good program. It's an SEC program, but it is a stepping stone. I mean, that let's be realistic. I mean, you look at, the most successful coach in recent memory, obviously Dan Mullen, made the jump to Florida. So if Lebby has success there, watch out. Number two for me is Curt Cignetti going to Indiana from James Madison. I'm a big fan of this guy. He's been a winner everywhere he has been. And you saw that at James Madison. Unfortunately, because of a very unfortunate NCAA rule, they were not able to compete in their conference championship, but they were able to make it to a bowl game. And once again, Indiana, it's a tough place to recruit, but we've seen that program have some success. And I think if he's able to go in there, we know that he's going to be a good X's and O's coach. I think if he's able to go in there and once again hit the transfer portal hard, I think he will do a good job there. Like, I think the big thing that stands out to me, and I said this a few moments ago, is that he just knows how to win. He's been a winner everywhere that he has been. And especially the transition from James Madison from the SCS to FBS, it was seamless. It was flawless. It was easy for Coach Cignetti. And so I was really, really impressed with that hire. I think Indiana made a good hire. It's going to be tough to win there, but I think he has got a chance to do it. My top hire, and this one's really, really recent. This is one that, of course, this is trickle-down effect of Nick Saban retiring at Alabama. Jed Fish going to Washington from Arizona. I was a big fan of this guy. You look, and Arizona just got better and better and better each year that he was there. He runs, once again, a higher-powered offense, but I like this guy's track record because he's been in the NFL. He's been at Michigan. He runs this modern-style hybrid spread that they're gonna go under center some, but then they're gonna come out and be five wide. Jed Fish knows how to win. I think him taking over for Kalen DeBoer, they're gonna do things different, but I just think it's going to be an easy transition, and I think Jed Fish is going to be really, really successful at Washington. He's got experience on the West Coast, which is invaluable. Then moving to the Big Ten, it's going to be a challenge. It is going to be a challenge, but I really, really like it. I think it's a home run hire for Washington. They're obviously going to miss Kalen DeBoer, but I don't think they'll miss a beat. So that's my top three hires for the upcoming 2024 college football season.